Hello, guys. Welcome to I forgot the name of our podcast. Welcome to the LaughTale podcast. It's been a while, guys. You guys gotta bear with me, you know. Anyways, today we have Diamond G and Rolex with us, along with me, Dill, of course. Hello. So, say hi, guys. Say hi.
What's
What's up?
happening?
So, how are you guys? How's everything?
Work, life, and then One Piece. That's life.
I know, right?
One Piece
It's
is
either.
life.
You're right, man. The only reason I'm living is to find out what happens at the end of One Piece.
That's my
I'm not
reason to
being here for
live,
more than
man.
I know,
Yeah.
but no, we'll be here for 90 years, so it's all good.
Do you guys
This is
find
my
it
insurance
hard?
plan, yo.
You guys find it hard when there's
Do I
a
find out?
break? When there's a break in between
Yo,
chapters?
I do because I want to know what happens. And the thing is, Oda doesn't put a break during like the boring parts. He always puts breaks when the good shit happens. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, like I was
Oh, I
waiting.
hate it, yo.
Like there's a break next week, and I'm like,
You know,
I'm already ready and waiting. Like what the hell?
I'm guaranteed there's gonna be a break, man.
No, there
There's
is a
so many
break.
good things have dropped. There is no break. No,
There is a
but
break next week.
there is a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Oh
is.
shit. There it is. We know. Okay. Anyways, what was the chapter again? I'm sorry, I forgot what the chapter was.
That was 1069.
Okay, so this chapter we read that. So today we're going to be talking about chapter 1069. Um, we'll start off with Diamond G's opinion, and let's see what he has to say.
All right. Well, a lot has happened in this chapter. I think one of the biggest thing that has happened, in my opinion, is Lucci facing off against Luffy. But Luffy is now an emperor, so this is not like their last encounter. There are some parallels, but I think it's pretty clear like Luffy will very easily win against Lucci, even when Lucci has his new awakened form of his cat fruit model leopard. So it's probably gonna be a wash, but we'll see. But I don't think Lucci is aiming to defeat Luffy. It's more of he has like a side quest, so which is to take down Vegapunk, I guess, and all of the satellites. So as long as he achieves that, he doesn't give a shit, probably.
But whose order is he acting upon, though?
Himself, because he was told not to
So what's it?
engage, but then
Yeah,
he saw Luffy and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it."
pretty much.
That's what I didn't understand from Oda's perspective because we've seen this fight happen already. So why is it being shown again? Because we already know the outcome. The outcome was Luffy beat him.
No,
You're right.
you know what I think?
But he really struggled to beat him last time, though.
No, but
Right?
you're
It
right.
wasn't like a straight wash. Like he got knocked down first, and then he beat him, right? But like it wasn't like an easy clap, you know. So
Pre-time skip or
Yeah,
post-time skip?
breach time
It
too.
was pre-time skip, right?
Yeah.
pre-time.
Okay, that's okay. There you go. That itself, no one has had a power increase in the One Piece universe other than the Straw Hat crew in that 2 years.
As
I
far
don't
as
think
we
anyone.
know,
I
as
mean,
far
As
as we
far
know.
as
he
we know,
just
you're
showed us
right.
his awakening, so you can't say there's no power up.
But he
Yeah,
did
I
have a
mean
power up. Yeah, that's actual
he
progression. You're
trained.
right. In 2 years, yeah, in 2 years he obviously trained. But you have to understand, Luffy wasn't just sitting around doing nothing as well. Luffy was also training his ass off, going up against a lot of strong people. I refuse to believe Lucci or whatever his name is at the same level or gained power at the same level as Luffy did. That's why I'm just like,
Yeah,
what's the
no.
point of even bringing this?
Yeah,
Because
there's
Yeah,
no
no.
doubt about that.
Yeah,
No
so
yeah, so
doubt.
like,
it shows that it's like this is a fight that's being set up in a place where Luffy's crew is gonna win. There's no competition. Like when they
no.
first fought them, yeah, there was a struggle, huge struggle, because they had so much new moves that Luffy and the crew weren't even aware of. Now Luffy and the crew use this majority of those moveset, right? So
So I don't think this is a major battle though. I think it's just a thing to. So this is
the
because
clash.
the clash wasn't the focus of the chapter though. The focus of the chapter, the clash was in the background. Was Vegapunk was talking about it, right? So
Hmm.
Yeah.
this is basically just Oda saying, okay, they're awakened, and he's trying to give the origin of Devil fruits, right? So
Oh,
I feel like what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. This is just a setup, and the real fight is when Kizaru comes here, because Kizaru's on his way to Egghead, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for him to show up and
So
actually do something.
yeah, I have a feeling
Instead
like
of being scared, and he was like every time like Shanks's crew pulls up, he's just like, "We're not
and also
dealing with
yeah,
these guys today."
But there's another thing. That's something that happened at the end of the chapter. Now we have to understand who is he going to fight.
So the thing that happened at the end, like Santomaru getting cut, right?
Yeah.
But they still have the other Vegapunks on Egghead Island, so they have more control over anyone with the authority chip, right?
Yeah.
No,
So,
my concern is that the admiral and the whatever his name is, they're good friends, right? Were they not like buddy buddy?
oh, Kizaru and Sentomaru. Yeah, I think it's his uncle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he referred to him as his uncle. We don't really
So
know
now
for
that
sure,
he
right?
got slapped by Lucci, what is Kizaru going to do? He's not going to fight Luffy.
No, I think Kizaru is gonna get stopped by Zoro because Zoro's waiting outside, right?
Yeah, that'll be
Oh,
wild. That would be so wild to see. Like he
Because
doesn't even make it into the
yeah,
action.
oh, that's actually crazy. Yeah, that's actually. Oh man, I didn't even think about
That
that.
is
Like he doesn't even
Emperor
find
tier
out that.
stuff right
Yeah.
there, man.
because think about it,
I
like
mean, Zoro can definitely do it. If Rayleigh can stop him, Zoro can definitely. No way Zoro
Oh,
doesn't
it'd be
stop him.
cool if they do like a parallel to like Rayleigh and Zoro. That'd be pretty
Oh,
cool.
from the sub, yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
from
Yeah,
Sabaody, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, let's get back to the topic. What else? What else did you
Um,
think about this chapter?
oh yeah, and there's also like yeah, like we talked about it just now briefly, which was the devil fruit reveal to like the rest of the Straw Hats and like
Uh
what it
huh.
means, right? They know now they know like it's not like a rubber fruit, right? It's Sun God Nika, whoever that
Yeah.
is, because he's
okay,
been wiped off the face of history in the One Piece world.
okay. So you
So
know how he's explaining the devil fruits? Do you guys get what
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
saying?
I wanted to talk about this too. Go on,
No, because
go on,
I don't get what he's trying
Rolex.
to say. Like they're created with desire. Like it doesn't make sense. How, like
I think
It's
what he was
very
trying to.
vague. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think. Well, from what I understood, it's just that all the powers of the devil fruit, it's just they're like in a way it's manifested. It's like these are things that it's like I think my theory is it's pretty much it's like these devil fruits were pretty much people at the point back in the time, and these were like what's it called characteristics that like talk the characteristics about those people, right? For example, take Sangha Nika. Like his characteristic was helping people. That's what at the end when this whole when the whole island got wiped, they got turned into devil fruits. Not they got turned into devil fruits is that their soul power was so strong that it turned fruits nearby into devil fruit. I think that's what he was trying to say. Is
mm,
That's
that
interesting.
no.
each
So
of the so go on.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Like each of their respective person, like for example, Sangha Nika, like he was a person, right? At that time when he was there, before he got wiped, like his personality, his attributes were what went into a fruit to become a devil fruit. I think that's what happened. Like as they all got wiped out, the whole town got wiped out, or the whole island got wiped out. That's what the devil fruits are, or I thought that's what he was trying to say, or he was
So,
going to come from, but
so
I don't know.
I took his explanation differently. So initially, that's what I thought too. Like before he talked before this chapter, right? But
Hmm.
what I think now, just because he said the word "born out of limitless imagination," I think the fruits were
Uh-huh.
created by sun god Nika, and then he made the fruits, and then he gave it to people, and that since then it's been being passed down. Because
Uh,
the sun god's power is to make imagination, anything that he imagines into reality, right?
oh,
Wow. I didn't think of
you
it
know
like
what?
that.
That theory, you're right. That theory makes a lot of sense because it also can go with the whole theory of Sanganika making wanting people to be free, right?
Yeah,
If you ask someone how do you want to be free, and if someone says, "Oh, I want to be free by flying," so his way of making people able to be free and achieve those goals, you're right. It's also the thing about desire, right? It goes about what are their true desires.
yeah,
It's like, oh, what do you desire to be? Oh, I desire to fly. So okay, then I'll give you the devil fruit. I'll make your imagination devil fruit, and this is your desire, and it made that a possibility. So I think you're right. I think your theory makes a lot more sense. It's more
yeah.
grounded than my theory. So
And
you know
then
what?
like
Yeah,
if you think about like how Oda writes too, he has a lot of
yeah,
religious
yeah,
writings, and the devil fruit
Hmm.
could
yeah.
be like the apple that Adam and Eve ate, which was from God,
Huh?
right? So when people want say something to God, God gives it to them. That's basically how I came to it. But That's what I'm thinking. Like, but I'm so
Not,
lost when he says like people desire something they want, they get it. But that's the only way it makes sense to me.
I think what you said makes a lot of sense. Is that the devil fruit came out of the from Nika's he desired for everyone to be free. That's where the devil fruit got created.
Hmm.
From that from him desiring that and going to asking people what do you want to be and how do you want to be free. That's how they got their powers as well. I think that's probably the
Yeah,
most
like they would pray to him, and then
plausible.
he would be like, here's
Yeah,
your power." Yeah.
That's
is it
yeah.
pray? I don't think it's more of praying because I don't think Luffy because like I think Nika is Luffy, so the characteristics of Luffy, right? So I don't think Luffy's the type of guy that would want people to pray to him. More as he sees them as their friends, right? So it's more like, oh, I'm just helping my friend out. They're my
No,
boys.
maybe it's not like that. Maybe he's like the guy Joy Boy wanted the power of the Sun God so he could help his people,
Oh,
and so Sun God gave
that's
it to
true
him.
too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
That's true too.
possible.
Nika and Joy Boy can be two different people as well, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What if that is the case? Nika and Joy Boy are two different people.
They
At
are
the
two.
end, they
They are two
one.
different people, right?
I
Is that
mean,
confirmed? I don't
I,
think that's
well,
confirmed, right?
yeah, I
No,
don't think that's
because
confirmed either.
Joy Boy ate this fruit, right?
Yeah,
No, no,
but we
no,
don't
no,
know if
no, no,
if
no.
he like
That's
if
that,
he's not the original.
that's not
Like,
true. Rolex, that's not true. Joy Boy, the current Joy Boy ate the fruit. That's true. But the Joy Boy of that time was considered Nika. He never ate anything to have. Does that make sense?
yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's the original Nika.
No, because
No, right?
That's true.
Joy Boy was from 800 years ago, but they say Nika's from like the ancient times, right? So
Yeah,
I'm assuming
it
that.
could be art. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think I remember reading that. Yeah, you're right.
So
Well,
So
then,
maybe
what was the exact context though? Because don't forget, you guys have to understand. Translation can sometimes be loose as well, right? Ancient could also be referring to the 800-year-old kingdom too.
I guess, but like it's when like I remember it's like Who's Who was talking to Jinbei, right? And he was telling
Sorry,
him when Who's Who was talking to Jinbei, he was like there was people used to pray in the old ancient times to the sun god Nika to come free them from their suffering.
okay,
I
so
mean,
here
that could
I know
be.
exactly what you're talking about. That's I read that as oh, Joy Boy was around at the time saving people, and these guys heard about it and they were praying. Oh, I want to get liberated next. That's what I took that as. I didn't take it as oh people were praying to Nika even before Joy Boy's time, like the 800 years before then, because that's also pretty open ended, right? So it's
Mm, I'm just gonna think it's two different people because if it's the same person, doesn't I don't think that makes sense.
I mean the thing is you're right, and it can be an either or. We just don't know. We don't have enough clues to make any assumptions right now.
No, but then
I don't know.
that's assuming the ancient kingdom considered Joy Boy a god, right? Which I don't think that's the
No,
case.
no, no. They didn't consider him a god, but they considered him a savior. There's two different things, though. Being a savior does not mean you're a god. A
No,
savior is
but then
someone who goes and helps people. But that's what they saw him. Though. They saw him as a savior. I don't think they.
yeah,
I don't think
he's a savior,
there
but
was.
then this is literally a god we're talking about. So God, savior, and then Luffy. That's how it goes, I would say.
hmm
But we don't know. Yeah,
I,
I'm just
I think we need a bit more clues, but I'm
I
leaning
have a
towards the
question.
two different people
yeah.
theory. I think
I
that
do. Have,
makes more sense.
I do have a question though. Is Nika an actual like god in any religion, or is that something made up for the One Piece universe?
Apparently, it's something new that Oda created.
Okay. Because there's other religion in One Piece, right?
No, I mean, doesn't Kuma carry around the Bible with him? So
No, that's not a Bible. Just I thought it was just a book that.
it says Bible on it.
To be honest, you might be right. You know what? To be honest, beats me. I don't know why I opened
Yeah,
my
there are a
mouth.
fair bit of like religious references
Yeah.
everywhere.
I mean, but the thing is, he takes from every religion. It's not like one religion he takes from.
True, yo,
Yeah, yeah.
Mihawk, fucking Mihawk carries around a fucking crucifix. So
Hmm.
I don't know
Oh
about
yeah.
that. I guess he just cross on his word. So.
Hey man, maybe that's not Jesus. Okay, that could be some other thing, right?
I mean, it seems like it's. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I think it's reaching, but yeah. What else did you guys like? Dive in? What
Okay, so
else?
before we go on, so Luffy can easily transform into Gear 5, which I find
Oh yeah.
surprising.
Oh, he can do openly. Like I said, that we had this talk about this before.
I know, but
And,
I think I
still,
said this before, right?
yeah, no, but it doesn't
yeah,
make
we
Yeah,
sense.
no
when
we
we first got on
other,
the island,
yeah,
I remember we
yeah.
had this discussion.
We said that he could do it whenever because same thing as other transformations. Once he unlocks it, that's all he needs. He just has to unlock it. After he unlocks it, he doesn't need that certain requirement to go back into that phase.
I don't know, man. I just don't like that. It's like no training
No,
whatsoever.
but that's like with all his phases, though. Yo,
No, but he
Rolex,
trained
you
for
have to
all.
understand.
He trained for Gear 4.
But he also technically trained for this too. You have to understand. Gear 5 is his actual form. Gear 1, Gear 2, 3, 4, he just pulled it out of his ass. Because he
No,
didn't know what Gear 5 was. These are all
no.
parts
Gear
building into Gear 5. Do you understand? He's training parts of each part of Gear 5 into different sections, making Gear 5. Does that make sense?
No.
It's like if I tell you code a game, you won't know how to code a game. You'll learn how to do each thing one by one, right? That's pretty much the concept of how Luffy learned how to do it. Now he knows how to do it. That's all. I think it was done well. I just think because all his phases are like that. He doesn't. He learns. He goes into gear 2, 3, and 4 without having to go through all the other shit that he went through.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's felt.
I think it was. I thought it was well. I thought it was written really. I thought it was good.
I think it's fine, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
fine.
I'm not too concerned about it. It's not like Dragon
I don't see
Ball
the
where I'm
flaw.
like,
I
wow,
don't see the
you
flaw.
didn't train and whatever and
Dragon
go
Ball's
through
okay.
your
Don't
okay.
talk about
It's
that shit.
not. It ain't like that. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
it's not like that,
yeah.
right? Like I
That's what I'm
don't
saying. He's
critique
like,
it in the same kind of way. Like One Piece has always been about the journey.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
I'm
One
telling
Piece.
you, bro. And if he says One Piece is the journey, I'm about to punch someone. I don't care who's beside me; they're getting punched. It's my grandma, and I'm joking. But
Yeah.
there's no way, man. I think it was done well. But yeah, Rolex, what else did you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah. Did you guys see when Vegapunk, the real Vegapunk, went to meet the other crew? You see,
Pardon me?
the real Vegapunk went to see
Uh huh.
the rest of the crew, right? Like Nami,
Yeah.
Usopp, and
Uh huh.
Frankie. You see Frankie's eyes. It's like it becomes Sanji's eyes. It's like has heart
Oh
shape.
shit!
Uh,
That's so funny.
I
But
have a question for you guys.
yeah.
Um, that I'll ask that at the end. But what's it called? Diamond G. Do you have any other?
no, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Like the
Rolex.
main
What about
points.
you?
Like the main points. Yeah.
Uh, about the Seraphims.
Yeah. What about the? What do you think about them?
I mean, they look cool. Because that's the first thing
Yeah,
we see,
I
you
have a
know?
question.
We see Mihawk and
That's
them.
yeah. That's my thing. I have a question about.
Yeah.
So, um, let's talk about their abilities. What kind of abilities do they have right now? They're just robots, right?
Well, apparently they have their devil fruits too, right?
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's allow that. Now come here comes a big question. Since this is just all the warlords, does that mean there's a Blackbeard one?
Probably.
Probably.
But then he won't have both devil fruits, right? Because they probably
Maybe he does, man. Maybe he's like the
no,
secret
no, because
weapon and whatever.
there's no way they took the DNA from him when he had both devil fruits. It was only when he had
Yeah.
the black gold fruit.
Yeah.
But even then, that's still a broken fruit to have people just walking around with that, right, bro? So
Yeah, I mean, even like Mihawk has a fruit probably too, right? So giving Mihawk a sword.
how do we know that though?
I mean, because Jinbei has a fruit. Jinbei didn't have a real fruit before, so then gave him an artificial
Oh, you mean the thing,
Seraphim.
the robots you're talking about? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you meant the actual people. I don't know me. I was like, wait, Mihawk has a fruit. I swear he didn't.
No, not the real
No.
Mihawk, but I'm talking about the kid Mihawk.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What fruit did Jinbei have? I didn't pay attention.
The swim fruit. He can swim underwater.
Oh yeah.
By Senor
Pretty
Pink.
broken, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Senor
He
Pink.
can swim on what?
He can swim on anything.
except water.
Yeah, it's yeah. What? Oh, he can make anything into water. So that's
No,
he's
but he
broken.
can't. He can't go in water though, right? I mean, he'll sink if he goes in water.
You know Senior Pink, right? That fruit, Mr. Hardboiled.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a broken. That's
I mean, if I find out Mr. Hardboiled guy is dead, I'll be sad. It's one of the saddest
but then
stories.
no. But the issue is there's no way he's dead because do you think Hawk is dead?
No, no, but to take the fruit, I'm talking. Oh yeah, you're right. He's not dead.
There's no way. Hawk still has to be alive for them to
Yeah,
have that fruit, right? So
yeah, you're right.
my so I'm assuming they probably just sucking the blood up probably takes the devil fruit as well.
Yeah. If you
Who
notice,
knows?
their right hand has some like tube bubbly thingy. It looks like chemicals or something that powers them.
Uh,
Uh,
that's probably their weakness.
Yeah, he cut that off. They're dead.
They probably have to destroy that because they're probably indestructible, right? So
Yeah. But the question
yeah.
is, are the Seraphim on Luffy's side now?
why?
Why would they be
Because
on
they're
his
on
As a
side?
Vegapunk?
Vegacon's on Luffy's side, right?
Oh,
Because Sentomaru's like,
But
uh, take them to safety, and then Mihawk and S Jinbei, whatever, S Fish or S Shark fight these CP0 people, right?
hold
no,
on. So
but
the top commanders are the elders, right? Like in terms of
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
authority,
You know, but
Yeah.
right?
the
Yeah.
they can't take orders through transponders now. They have to be there in person, right? That's what it says.
I
Yeah.
thought they.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know if I can read, but I thought I read that as they can control them through transponder sales.
It says here
No,
they
they
can't
can't.
take
No, they
orders.
can't.
Oh. So okay, then again, makes sense why Lucy's going after this because he's like, what he said is true, He's just trying to kill the chain of command,
Yeah,
kill
no.
whoever's above you, and then you be the top of the line.
The thing about Lucci, he's a really smart guy because
Oh,
makes
100%.
quick decisions fast.
Yeah.
I mean, he's leader of CP0, right?
Even though he
The
lost to
reason,
Luffy.
no, but you have to understand the reason they lost is because they had a shitty leader. Their leader was dog shit.
No, I'm just saying in comparison to Who's Who. Who's Who, when he was a kid, he lost the fruit and he went to Impale Down. But Lucci, he lost the actual guy with the fruit, and gets promoted to CP0. It doesn't make
That's because
sense.
Corporate politics.
it's probably because you're right, That's man.
He knew the
Hey
right
man,
people. That's
Lucci's
it.
related to fucking Sengoku. That's why. That's it.
Nah.
Who knows, man? I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit.
Well, you know
Uh,
Lucci's backstory. He's an orphan, right?
yeah. They all are, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They got picked up in them.
Mm. But also, that speaking of orphan, I think Sentomaru was also an orphan.
I think so too.
Yeah, because Vagabomb's like, I took you in when you're starving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, is there anything? Oh no, one
So
more
why
thing.
did the
Go ahead, go ahead.
I still don't understand why Lucci wants Vegapunk dead, but the Marines want him alive. Like that's just going up against yourselves.
No, I think the Marines want his brain power, right? But the world government doesn't want, because Vegamup's goal is to research everything from the past, right? And the world government doesn't want that, right? So they're gonna take.
Oh,
But then
Yeah.
the Marines want him for his
oh yeah, the CP.
information.
But
Yeah,
so then can't the elders just tell the Marines be like, yo, fuck off,
yeah, that's
he's
what they're
dead?
saying. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
No, not really. I thought Marines trying to protect them.
No,
I thought the fleet admiral was like, yo, don't tell him to make moves until like
make moves
something
on
by.
Luffy, not on Vegapunk.
Oh, I thought it was because of Vegapunk.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no.
fuck, man.
No.
I gotta start reading that shit at late at night, bro. I'm watching 1, 2 piece at this point. Fuck, yo.
Yeah,
I'm like completely making up my own story in my head. I was like,
it's because
okay,
Luffy's
okay.
a pirate, and the pirate comes under the Marines. They went to Sakazuki.
Yeah, and this is an emperor they're dealing with
Yeah,
too.
and that's where they're
So
sending Kizaru.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay, now the pieces are aligning. Got it.
Mhm. I want to talk about the
Uh,
cover story too now.
yeah, dog, Rolex. I can barely read the actual story properly. You think I read the cover story?
Well, it's getting interesting,
Tell me
man.
what it was. What was the
Uh,
cover story?
so you know the Loan Shark King Luffy? He died in. I think he did die in Whole Cake Island, right? I don't remember
Ooh,
the
which guy?
the loan shark. Like you know when
Oh yeah,
the
I
big
remember. Like, he had the box, right?
yeah he had the
The
box.
explosive or whatever. The Tamate Bako box
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, from Fishman Island.
Yeah, so he's the one who funded MADS, and it was called the Laboratory of Peace before. And this is where Vegapunk, Caesar, Judge, Queen all worked for. So I
Oh
find
shit. Oh,
yeah, so I find it interesting that the fact that they're working for peace and not what we thought it was like mad scientist shit they're doing.
I mean, Vegapunk always has gone for P. Like, if you look at it, he's on Dragon's side. Only reason he's not with Dragon is because he's not being funded.
Yeah,
I think what's going to happen, I think the future of the story is going to go where Luffy's going to save Vegapunk, and I think Vegapunk and Dragon are going to reunite, and this is where Luffy and Dragon also reunite. Because Kuma's also running towards something too, right?
yeah.
So
Oh
Apparently Eggman.
yeah,
So
I feel like all three of them are going like I think that the story is leading towards them all meeting right now.
I guess that makes sense.
that'll be pretty
And I
cool.
think yeah, and I think that's when like we find out from Dragon's like what is Dragon's purpose in the story? What is Dragon's like what is Dragon going to do? Like what is he doing? But yeah. Sorry, what were you say? Continue, sorry.
No, 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 that's good. I'm just sad that I need more Zoro in this, man. Zoro's like,
Yeah, man.
Zoro fanboys be crying.
I mean, he hasn't been in like five
Cry
chapters
themselves to
now,
sleep.
unless he
Who's
catches up.
Zoro, man? I don't know who he is. Is he a new Straw Hat?
Uh,
Oh,
and I have a
man.
feeling he's gonna stop Kizaru. It's gonna be my highlight.
If he does, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd
That
be
would
his
be
highlight, yo.
sick.
I'm telling you, that'd be lit, man.
And
The fight scene. I'm already imagining the fight scene in my head, yo. I'm gonna get disappointed now. Fuck.
no, because I was thinking that like, where's Zoro in this chapter? Because they're learning about devil fruits and Zoro's not there. I'm like, what the hell? It's not cool.
I mean, Devil with Zoro doesn't care about devil fruits.
No, I mean, but he's the main character. There's Brooks with them too. Like Brooke would care.
That's true.
Also,
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
true.
we don't know what happened with Law versus Blackbeard. Another question mark.
yeah, we don't know.
Oh, yo, they haven't told us, right?
Uh,
Fuck, you're right. Totally forgot about that fight.
that actually keeps me up at night. I'm like, what happened?
Law is dead, guys. No,
I,
I'm kidding. I don't think
bro,
he's dead. But
think about the thing about Law dying. His devil fruit. You know how OP that fruit is?
No, I don't think he's dead though. Like his fruit has a purpose to be alive.
No, no. Sorry. No, I agree. His what he, his purpose is to keep Luffy alive forever. I'm joking.
Yeah,
Um,
that is what it is basically. Everyone's assuming that.
I hope it is. Luffy better live forever, but the his devil fruit, it's no way, man. It's also is a good devil fruit. Like he knows how to use it. So I'm pretty sure, even if he doesn't win, it'd be like a stalemate. It's like they're fighting for so long that like one of the fucking admirals comes and stops them.
No, because what is it? Akainu was being such a baby and he's not doing anything. He's just sitting in his chair.
he's
He's
like,
like,
I
Right,
don't
what happened?
wanna deal with this shit.
What, what's happening with him and swords? Like, weren't they on a secret mission?
he's not a part. Well, technically he's
Well,
not
we
part of
don't
this.
I
know.
mean,
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah,
Hey, man, he has a tattoo. I
yeah.
don't be
No,
tattooing up random girls' name on my chest. All
no.
right,
Like
there's a reason you get stuff tattooed.
I do think he's a leader of Sword, but
Him being a leader of sword would go up against so much things though. That
like
why
what?
would Kobe or fuck man, Kobe? Why would he be a part of swords? Like his whole purpose, his whole like thing goes against.
I mean, but Akainu he only cares about justice, right? And then ever since he became fleet animal, he can't do the
Justice.
type
He
of.
cares about absolute justice.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, like he literally
I
has
don't
done
know.
nothing since he's become fleet animal. He just sits in a chair and he bosses his people around. And he's like, "Why can't I
Yeah.
do anything?" And crumples up people.
You think that's a? You think that's the purpose? You think there's a reason they did that?
Maybe they're just saving him for the final fight, but he's being so waste.
Have they shown him go all off, like go like full force yet?
When he
No.
killed Ace.
Yeah, that was the only time we saw him fight.
That was pre-time skip and him just punching one hole into a man. That doesn't
Yes.
count.
I mean, 2 holes. He punched a hole in Whitebeard too.
Okay, that's true too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
but we
yo.
didn't see him since then though.
Yeah.
Like fight.
But yo, he gets news so quickly. He got news when Law and Blackbeard were fighting. He gets news when Luffy's fighting. Like, and he doesn't do anything with it.
He gets news quick, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's like all the Bronx cops, bro, and tell movies and shit. End up going to the fight like 3 days later. Like, what? I thought there was a fight here. Yeah, like last week.
Now everyone knows we're Tamil.
That's true. Now they do.
Uh,
I'm just gonna bleep it so they don't even know what we're talking about.
uh, Anyways, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. I think we should talk about what do we think is gonna happen in the future, but I feel like we kind of already covered that a bit. So
Yeah, at this point, anything could happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
facts, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Same as every week.
Yeah.
I know, right? God damn.
Like Rox comes back alive and he's like, "Y'all dead now."
Oh, word, eh? Oh man, I totally forgot about that character, bro.
Yeah.
How many more news is he gonna drop on us? I'm happy he's revealing a lot of things though. I'm glad Devil Fruit was the first thing he chose to reveal, even though it's like the smallest thing possible. But it's you gotta start somewhere, right?
He didn't fully explain Delta Fruit yet.
I think we'll get a better explanation like pretty soon though.
Yeah.
To the break.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
especially because Vegapunk is finally with Luffy. I feel like a lot of questions will get answers. We'll get answers to. Especially with anything with devil fruits, I think we'll get a lot of answers to those. What if we find out there's more weaknesses and there's more like strengths to each devil fruit? That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, each fruit has its own weaknesses, right? Like the.
I mean, that is true. But like, I'm talking about like the sea stone isn't like its only weakness. There's like another hidden weakness that no one knows about.
Yeah.
Or like how each devil fruit also has like another state. Like he knows something that like a lot because like his main research was on devil fruits, right? So I'm sure he knows stuff that most people don't know about, right?
Oh,
So he's gotta like.
Speaking of thing, you know how Lucci awakened his fruit and still has his mind? Because
Huh?
we used to think that awakened zone people would lose their mind, right? But
I mean, to be honest, no, I never really thought that. I just thought those guys were just crazy. But
no, but then
because I assumed that'd be such a weak fruit. Then why would you get a devil fruit where everything, like everyone else has a sick awakening, and when you awaken, you just become dumb? How would you even think that? No, like, I don't need a devil fruit for that. I'm like that normally.
No, but does this confirm
Oh
that
man.
Chopper is awakened as well?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that actually.
Wait, what do you mean Chopper's awakened?
Like with the
I thought his
rumble
monster
ball.
point. I thought Monster Point was his awakened form.
Yeah, but like he has to medically induce himself to do it.
Yeah. That's the thing. He has to force it. He doesn't have that ability yet.
Oh, yo, what if Luffy ate a rumble ball? What would happen?
I think they talked about that. I think they talked about that like way before, like when first
No, that was
when
when they thought it was a gum fruit, right? Now it's a zone fruit, right?
well, he's a zone type, right?
Yeah.
Mythical
But
zone.
oh shit!
Then,
Wait, what does a rumble ball do again? What is the actual?
let me Google this quickly. I forgot it. Rumble.
And does things still Chopper still use rumble? No, right?
To reach monster.
Only to go into Monster Point.
Yeah.
Before he needed to just to transform. Now he doesn't. He can do that naturally. Yeah. I think the rumble ball, its Monster Point has to be his awakened form.
So the drug immediately distorts the wavelength of the user's devil fruit enhanced biochemistry, creating a number of new abilities.
Bruh.
Yo, imagine
My chemistry class? Bro, you said a lot of big words right there. No, joking.
so imagine if Luffy ate that. Jeez, he'll become too overpowered.
What
No,
would that
I
even
know.
look like?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think, you guys, if you think about it, I think Monster Point is his awakening because, when he first went into the Rumble mode, he was kind of like crazy, like he couldn't control it.
Mm.
But now when he does use it, he's more like he can actually control it, he can talk into it. I think it's the same thing for the other prisoners who awoken their devil fruit. I just don't think they have control over their awakened form yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, because then, isn't it kind of too late in the anime for Chopper to be having a whole new form? He barely even uses all his other forms.
He's just around for merchandise, okay? As far as I can care about Chopper.
Yeah, but then that means, what about all the other devil fruits users awaken on the Luffy's crew? What's their faces? Like, fuck you, my brain is going blank right now. Who has
But
awakened their devil fruit so far in the Luffy's crew? Only Luffy and technically Chopper, right?
Well, maybe Brook too.
maybe Brook,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, he has had it for a while, so it makes sense.
Because he could affect other people's souls as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could take his own soul and put it into other things.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that might be the awakening form. You're right. Yeah. Because that's beyond just being a skeleton, like being revived. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just rambling
that's
on
the
now. Let's call it here.
I guess you're right. All right,
yeah.
let's talk about the future. And yeah, we'll see you. You'll hear about us. You'll hear the podcast next week. We'll give you guys an update. But thank you guys. Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. We'll talk to you guys again next week. So,
Yep.
so yeah,
Thanks, guys.
thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.